Welcome. This is Super Genesis 2 Turbo, the podcast. It is a gaming podcast. I'm your host, Dark Morris, and my co-host, Mr. GaminTank.
Hello, everybody.
In this podcast, we just talk about everything video games for 30 to 40 minutes. Usually goes up for an hour sometimes. It's becoming
As in, like,
a habit.
Everything except for the first episode was like an hour.
Yeah, what's up with that? But yeah, new episode every Wednesday on GaminTank's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Mr. GaminTank, how is it? How's life being American?
Same shit, different day.
So American. I don't know. We gotta let the audience know what topics we are doing for this episode. And the topics will be in this order: addiction in video games, importance of making video game reviews, and being a gamer in high school. Those will be fun.
You know, it's funny. I actually forgot about those.
Oh, good job.
Like you messaged me like the other day on it, and I was like, yeah, okay. And then when we get to now, I was like, you brought up the topics. Like, what the hell are they?
I've been prepping you. You're just to write this stuff down. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Good news.
All right. Well, the other day
Wait, stop. Wait. When's that Castlevania collaboration video gonna happen, Gaming Tank?
soon. I have to record the gameplay and script it because I don't know. I haven't felt like making a review in a while.
Hey. Okay. All right, go ahead. News.
So the creative director of the Uncharted series, Amy Hennig, left the company a while ago.
Is that good?
Well, IGN sources claimed that she was forced to leave the company, but the co-presidents replied by saying that she wasn't forced out. That's not how they do things, and they're going to go back, and that they appreciated the work that she did for the company.
Yeah, bullshit. They kicked her out. They didn't want her there anymore.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Yes. I don't know. I really don't know if I believe it or not. It's a tough one to say when...
Yeah, you can never know what to believe when companies do stuff like this.
You'll never know what really happened. You're not going to really understand. Did she leave on her own terms, or was she really forced out? So, maybe there's an update eventually, but that's what we have so far.
Yes.
Also, we have some things from Watch Dogs. I'm going to mention all the small things, and then we're going to get to the biggest part. There's going to be 8-player multiplayer, which is going to be hacking and sabotaging other players and roaming around that whole area, which I'm really looking forward to.
Roaming around Chicago.
Oh wow, something I would consider small because I could care less about this. It's going to run at 900p at whatever the heck that is. The resolution for it at 30 frames per second on the Xbox One, and it's supposedly going to run at 1080p, 60 frames per second on the PS4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, those tech snobs are going to be all over the PlayStation 4 and going to be calling the Xbox One a piece of crap.
So how's your Xbox One, by the way?
It is amazing. I haven't played it in a couple days.
Yeah, well...
Been watching too much Doctor Who.
Oh, jeez.
There's a not video game reference going on there.
Whatever, just had to ask. But the most interesting thing is that the company that makes Watch Dogs, I believe it's Ubisoft. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is my Ubisoft.
I don't have that typed here.
Ubisoft.
I don't have it typed here, so sorry about that. The Wii U version still exists, and
it's been delayed.
Yeah, it's only been delayed, and it's going to release in 2014 still, hopefully, closer to the end of 2014. And it's going to be developed by another studio who has some experience with the gamepad. So they're going to try and keep it as close to the other versions, everything except for Wii U. They're going to try to keep it for that. They're going to keep the Wii U version closer to that. And it's going to release on every platform except for the Wii U on May 19th. So
May 19th.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this game. And
Me too.
If they're trying to make, What is the story? Like, we're gonna try to make Watch Dogs run as fast as it could to compete with the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 4. But no, you're supposed to be competing with the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. But I should have said PlayStation 3 lived before, but I said 4. But yeah, and that thing is gonna kill the machine.
Oh God,
It's gonna be freezing
I
and
know.
frames are gonna be dropping and
That'd be funny
yeah.
if that would be hilarious if the Xbox One version ran the best. Well, except for PC because PC Master Race.
Yes. Yeah. Any any more stories to go on with the Watch Dogs?
No, not really.
That's all?
No,
Yeah. I'm pretty
unless
interested in this game.
you have something to add.
Yeah, we did a story. We did the story on this on one of the episodes before when Watch Dogs was having this issue with trademark issues.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess they have that all figured out already.
Yeah, that's all been taken care of. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool game. I'm kind of interested. Like, you're gonna walk around. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a crazy sandbox world in Chicago, but it's gonna be pretty cool.
I believe it is. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it's kind of like yeah,
GTA with hacking.
yeah, they're gonna do a whole urban thing, and it's gonna be something.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. Okay, so next we have South Park: Stick of Truth. Have you seen any gameplay of it? Seen
Yeah,
any cutscenes?
it looks pretty good. Looks
Yeah,
like a TV show.
would you believe it got delayed in Germany and Austria because of a bunch of swastikas that were on it?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, you
yeah.
could believe it in Germany, but I didn't know it was in Austria too. So
Well, Austria's kind of like part of Germa.
on the 11th hour
Sure.
of the game's
Sure.
launch, a few thousand copies were actually released, and they caught the swastikas, and now they had to bring them all back, remove them, and then re-release the game.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You know, Germans don't like the swastikas. They're like sore
I
about it
believe
or
it's
something.
illegal to use swastikas.
Yeah, well, I think we talked about this, or I have in some other form and another. But yeah, Germany doesn't like that. Doom has been banned, or what was it? Wolfenstein has been banned from that country for a long time.
And you just give them the SNES version, the SNES censored version.
Let's say SNES, it's NES.
Fine, Super Nintendo. Got a
Or-
problem?
Okay. All right, continue.
All right. So the next one is Morris. Do you remember RBI Baseball on the NES?
Oh yes, I think I own that game. Well, I don't own that game. I own another game of it. They're all
Oh,
the
wow.
same.
I'm surprised. Well, that series is coming back this year.
Yeah, I seen this image, this headline. I haven't looked at the gameplay though.
Yeah, in the form of RBI Baseball 14, and it's going to be developed by a studio for. It's going to be developed by MLB Advanced Media, which I don't know what the heck they do. So,
Uh-huh.
and they say that it's going to release on current and next gen consoles, which doesn't make sense anymore since the next gen already happened, or it's currently going on right now. So current and
Yeah.
past gen console, or the previous gen, and mobile devices. So it's just going to be a download game.
Good. Well, I thought. Well, I looked at him like, oh, this is kind of well, the first thing that clicked in my mind is this gonna be a throwback to those NES games.
I sure
And,
hope it is, because those games were hard.
And yeah, and I thought, but then something occurred to me like maybe this is just a new baseball series that's gonna be really realistic like MLB The Show. It's gonna be
Actually-
a retail release, and I'm thinking, then I like meh.
I didn't even know this, but the MLB 2K series, I didn't know that was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
people don't like sports.
I wonder why.
These gamers just don't like sports for some reason.
Baseball is boring anyway, so good riddance.
It's fun to play in a video game.
Depends on which game you're playing.
I can contest to that.
Okay, well,
All right. Next story.
so Disney Interactive laid off about 400 employees, which is about 25% of their workforce.
Ooh.
They have also closed down two studios, Wide Load Studios in Chicago and Studio EX in South Korea.
Now, why
So-
did they do that?
This is recent. I don't put the day of when it happened.
Well, I'm asking why did they do that?
I guess their shit's not selling. I don't have
Oh,
a
Epic
reason.
Mickey's not happening?
Oh my gosh.
All their Lego Marvel games are not happening.
I guess
All
it's
their
not
Marvel
selling.
games.
I guess they're not selling the amount that they want. Disney Infinity, looking at you. Um, actually, no. That was a pretty good. It was said to be a really good selling game. So I don't know. Um, and they're also going to they're going to reduce the amount of mobile games that they're releasing by half. And I don't even know how many they release on an annual
Basis. That's the
basis.
word you're looking for.
Yes.
And are you done?
Well, I'm done with that part.
Yeah, there's downsizing, needing to make stuff more cost efficient and be more efficient. Yeah, yeah, it's happened. People are getting laid off left and right. That happens. All right,
Okay.
continue.
Also, Jack Tretton stepped down as the CEO for PlayStation or Sony Computer Entertainment, whatever the heck it's called. He stepped
Yeah, this
down.
is big
That
news.
he will be stepping down as of March 31st.
How long has that guy been in a CEO? The CEO?
19 years.
19
So
years.
everybody playing your little PlayStations, your PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PS2, PS1, PSP, you know who to thank. This is one of the guys you thank for this.
Yeah, he's
Because
a big deal.
PlayStation wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this guy and Nintendo fucking up their deal.
Yep.
Okay, no,
Jack
that was
Trent. That was yeah. That's gonna happen. He's gone. I wonder what's gonna happen next? They're going in a good direction. They'll be okay.
yeah, I'm pretty
It's not
sure.
like our PlayStation 4 is gonna fall apart as soon as he steps down.
I would love to see that story if it happens.
Be like initiate Order 66 and it presses a button and all the PlayStation 4 grow legs and arms and walk out the door.
Oh, I was expecting just a
They just
just
dismantle.
one switch that kills all the PlayStation products.
Yeah,
Just
they
a kill
just
switch for all of them.
yeah they all just fall to pieces.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "What the hell happened?" Well, Jack Trenton left. He took PlayStation 4 with him.
He took PlayStation with him.
Yeah, then he's gonna go. He said then he's gonna go work for
Microsoft.
No, send them to Nintendo. They need some help over there.
Yeah.
They need a new damn console quickly.
Develop Super Blu-ray.
Yeah.
100 gigs. What's up?
100 gigs, eight dual layers.
Oh shit.
There you go.
I wouldn't know what that is.
Well, that's the way the Blu-ray works. It has 4 layers.
Oh damn.
4 layers of data.
As you guys can tell, I'm kind of out of the loop on this whole Blu-ray stuff. Never learned the
It's,
technology.
it's been out for like how many years now, man?
I
been
think
around-
2006.
Yeah.
Actually,
Like,
I found out about that. And I was like, really? 2006?
yeah, they developed it for the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, it seemed a bit newer than 2006, but then yeah, PS3. Well, moving on. So there's a Yoshi 3DS XL
Yeah, this
that's
is that's cool.
being
I guess.
released on the 14th. So it's
Who's gonna
2
get
days
that?
after this podcast comes out, and it's going to be released alongside with with the Yoshi's New Island game. But the game's not included with the 3DS.
What?
Nope. And the Yoshi's 3DS.
What the fuck, Nintendo?
I think they need money.
They were giving out like free codes to like Pokemon X and Y.
Maybe so you can get the new the Pokemon game.
Yeah, well, I got mine. I got X. I could usually go on the email and be like, yeah, give me the code. I'll get Y. I'll get Y, please. Come
Well,
on.
how much do the 3DS XL cost? Because I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Maybe $200.
Okay, well, if you're maybe they want you to go and get Pokemon. It's like, okay, you're getting this. You're getting our new Yoshi Island game. Why not register your codes on our Club Nintendo service so you can get a Pokemon game?
Yep. I don't
And
know.
plus, you get coins, so you can probably buy a 3DS Virtual Console game.
Possibly.
So it doesn't really sound as bad, unless you could care less about Pokemon. But then again, who's going to pass up a free game?
Me.
Okay, you're the only one.
I
You're
do
the
love
only one in the
right.
world who will pass up a free game.
I'm just lazy to download stuff and put it on hard drives.
And
So
that is true.
that's all.
How much memory is Pokemon anyway? So
I don't
that'll
know.
probably take a lot. And then you have to download the patch.
Or yeah, you have to do that because Nintendo doesn't uh, do anything with their games. Doesn't test them or anything.
Well, at least they fixed it. I mean,
Ugh,
they could have just left
Nintendo.
it alone. It's like, you're on your own. Fuck off.
That would have been hilarious. Okay, next
Yeah.
story.
Okay, so Morris,
What?
if there's a game you really, really liked,
Okay.
and you saw that it's available for pre-order,
Okay.
would you pre-order it immediately? Or
I might.
what if you can pre-order a PlayStation 4 game a few years in advance?
What?
A website called GoHastings.com has the PlayStation 4 version of Final Fantasy 15 ready for pre-order.
I heard about this game.
It's $40 for pre-order, but here's the best part. There's no release date.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
Well, the way some companies do it, that if you pre-order, they don't charge you until the game is shipped. So
Uh,
you're not losing anything unless
yeah.
this company's doing anything different. Hey, we want your
Yeah, but
money right now.
Yeah, you're pre-ordering off a website, so hopefully they can pay you back if it doesn't really mess up. Just make sure your credit card doesn't expire by the time that game's actually going to release. Otherwise, you're shit out of luck.
My whole what was like trying to be sarcastic, but I was actually it's like what? That's for real?
Um, actually, I am going to see right now if it's actually. You know what? I can't do that right now.
Yeah, who cares?
I was
Next
like, oh,
stuff.
I'm going to see if it's still going. Okay.
Next story. Come on.
Microsoft might be bringing Xbox Live to iOS and Android devices, aside from the Smart Glass app.
Oh.
Yeah, because they had a job posting that the position that they were looking for was going to be dealing with creating a modern framework that is open source, lightweight, extensible, and scalable across various platforms including Windows Store, Windows Phone, iOS, and Android. And that is telling me nothing. I just had to bring that up. It's a rumor, so
Yeah, Microsoft wants to rule the world.
no, their shitty phone service isn't working. Who has one? Who's got a Windows Phone?
No one.
I gotta do the Hulk Hogan thing where I'm just like trying to listen. Who's got Windows Phone? Honestly, you either have Android or you have an iOS phone.
Oh yeah, or some other stupid thing.
iPhone.
Galaxy,
Sorry.
a Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah, they all run off
A
Android.
BlackBerry. Who has a BlackBerry?
I don't know. I know absolutely nobody with a BlackBerry phone. So, yeah.
Next story.
Also, remember when GameStop was raising the prices on Xenoblade Chronicles?
Yeah.
They were raising it from $60 to $100. They're doing
Okay.
it with the PS4 camera, but it's not. It's not $100. It's they're raising it from $60 to $70. Only because there's not that many out there that you can buy in a GameStop store. And I wrote in my little note right here, GameStop sucks.
Yeah, they do kind of suck sometimes. But who wants a camera for their PlayStation 4?
Well, hey,
Why?
you heard some of the things you can do with it with
Yeah,
your streaming on Twitch?
I know they get naked and stuff happened.
Oh,
Then they just banned everything from Twitch. Which just banned everything you could do on the PlayStation 4 as a live streaming thing.
Actually, no, you can still stream on PS4. You just
Yeah.
can't. You can still use the camera and everything.
Yeah, but they'll just cut you off if you show any. You'd be bad. Don't be stupid people and getting drunk and fornicating on camera
Don't be
on
a sad
live
panda.
streaming. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Next story.
all right. You've seen the Oculus Rift?
Yeah.
Have you seen videos of Legend of Zelda on the
Yeah.
Oculus Rift?
Yeah. I have. I'm a very educated man.
So you know that it's a first person instead of
Yeah.
the top down with
Yeah.
the NES graphics.
Yeah. First FPS.
Yeah, it's something that I kind of wanted to bring up because that's kind of
That's
a
really
waste.
cool. Well, no, that's awesome.
It's great that you can go through it, but it's a waste. There's
I'm
better
ki-
games you could bring to it.
So what? It's Zelda, Legend of Zelda. You're gonna be fighting those damn stalactites, and they'll be jumping at you.
Yeah,
Some
that's true. I did
you shoot
see.
lasers.
Yeah. Although it's not entirely like when you go through, like you can shoot from one room to another, and you can still hit something. So
Yeah.
just make it more true to the game.
I
And
hope this game becomes, I don't know what's going on with this game. I just think it's a tech demo, but if they should develop it fully to be a full The Legend of Zelda experience on the Oculus Rift, then whenever this
then
headset
they'll,
comes out, they'll get it and I'll play this game and it'll be fun.
and then a few days later they'll get a cease and desist order from Nintendo. But what I was saying is that maybe Sega can develop something, develop Space Harrier.
They,
Hell, we have it on the 3DS. Why not put it on the Oculus Rift?
yeah, Oculus Rift. We had this whole sex robots.
Oh jeez. Wait, where is this coming from?
Oh man,
jeez.
this news story is going way. It's taking quite a while, and my mind just losing all.
If Sega can hear me, email me GaminTank at gmail.com. And then I'll tell you exactly how you can pay me.
Can hire me.
Yeah, sure. Why
Hire
not?
me, Sega. I'll tell you what you need to do for Sonic and make you billions.
I can teach you the ways of Sonic.
And I'll convince you guys to make the Dreamcast too.
Oh my god.
You said yeah, okay. Next story.
Well, hell, I got a name for their online service, the Sega Channel.
Just next story.
All right, fine. Shaq Fu's returning.
Oh fuck. Well, we did this already.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah, last episode we did this.
Oh. Well, then hell.
That's old news. Moving on.
Well, that's it. That was all I had.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Took forever.
Uh,
All right, so let's go to topic number one. Topic number one. Addiction in video games. Have you ever played a video game, Mr. GaminTank, that you just got hooked on and just played it for days and skipped meals and skipped sleeping and maybe
skipping meals? Yes. Skipping sleeping? Not really.
no?
No, but I would spend a lot of my free time playing some games for a long amount of time. It's happened before.
Well, you're just playing like when you're just sitting there, you just keep playing the game and just forget about everything else. And
Yeah.
you could just be playing that from every waking hour till you go to sleep again.
Yeah, I think for like the past 2 or 3 years I've been more prone to video game addictions than I have before, only because one of your other topics, I'll talk about it later, but yeah, it's mostly with one game in particular, and I have no idea if I can mention it because it doesn't exist anymore.
What is it?
It's a game called Seiken Crystal Kingdom, and it's a top-down 16-bit MMORPG, and it was recently taken down because the creator of it had some issues with the pixel artist. In other words, the pixel artist filed a cease and desist on all of his work, which was the majority of the game.
Aww.
Yeah, so the guy just shut down the game. But
Bunch of assholes.
yeah. Oh no, it was just the pixel artist was being an asshole. But
Yeah, let's go find
Then-
this guy and egg his house or something.
then again, you find the guy who made the game is like, oh no,
Burn
he
his
did.
house.
It's like he didn't pay me this, and I was like, no, I paid him this. So you're never really gonna know who did what. So
All right, let's go burn down the artist's house.
oh jeez.
We get the
That's
gasoline.
Dark Morris. That's not me. I do not condone burning down someone's house in a fit of rage just for a video game. Maybe if they burn down your house,
I
eye
do it
for
all
an
the
eye.
time. I do it all the time.
Yeah, I've had to. Damn it, Morris. Okay. So yeah, I actually found out about the game in like 2010, back when I
Jeez,
had it.
that's a long time ago. That's 4 years ago.
Yeah, well,
I was just beginning my video game collection then.
I had 2 times where I was addicted to that game. Then, and around September of last year. Because every now and then the game would go down because the developer of it was making major improvements to the game. Like he was adding a bunch of stuff to the game, and then after he would shut down the game for a while, like a few weeks later, it will come back up, and then it has all this new stuff in it. So I got around to playing it, and then I kept playing it, and to be honest, it's not even. It wasn't really that interesting. It was just you go around, you fight monsters, and that's it. That was as much as that was in that beta.
Well, usually when you got an MMORPG, it's more of you like to socialize with other people.
Well, when I first heard about the game, people were more active in the game to talk to each other, and then some people left.
Just like in real life.
It was like some people leave, some people become assholes, and then some people you just never hear from again. And I actually did make a few friends in that game, and after the game's final version, before it was taken down, I wasn't able to talk to anybody from that game anymore. Well, except for my friend who showed me the game because we lived nearby, so like we live close to each other, so we were able to talk about it. But like all the friends I made in that game, never talked to them again.
Yeah, good job bringing down the podcast.
Oh, sorry about that. The main point was that the game was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but I was doing the same repetitive shit the entire time, and I would spend hours playing it.
Yeah, yes, wasting your life.
In a way, yes, but
In a way, wasting your life.
But it was a lot of fun. I even got my brother into it, and I just don't understand the people that can sit down and actually play until they're like level 60 and shit.
Yeah, skipping meals, skipping sleep.
Yeah, I didn't skip
water.
I didn't skip sleep, but
Getting the piss bag out.
No, I don't do that. If I need to take a break, I'll find an area to stay in, and then I'll actually go and whatever break I need to take, I'll go and do that.
Or if I'm using a Game Boy, I'll just take a leak while I'm playing the Game Boy.
Well, with the Game Boy, you can go and do that.
Yeah, nice imagery.
Nice. Not saying I've never done that before, but if you had to, that is a possibility. Only because it's portable. Then again, so was the computer I was playing on when I first played it. So, no.
But yes, you got addicted. Okay.
Really addicted to where I was playing before school, after school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the best part is that the school that I went to at the time had this thing where on certain days I think it was every Monday, we didn't have to show up until like 9 o'clock or 9:30. So I would have an extra hour to play.
It sounds like a really lazy school.
Yeah, well.
That's nothing. I would my when I was in college, we didn't even have to show up till 10 every day. That was great. Well, just rolled
there
in
was always
and,
something.
like,
there was always something I never got about the school that I went to, and I think I might save that for another time. But they're a bunch of assholes with the being early to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Video. Well, the topic is addiction in video games.
Not why your school's run by assholes.
Yeah.
But yes.
Any other games you were addicted to?
The obvious Pokemon.
Ugh. Yeah, that happens.
Especially Pokemon Crystal, which is my favorite game ever.
They're all the same games, Frank.
Yeah, but Pokemon Crystal was just the best for me because it was around the time where I was really getting into games.
They're all the same.
Well, if you think about it, you play Red and Blue, and then you get to Crystal, and you just see how much better it gets.
Not really. You just train Pokemon. When you boil it down, they're the same.
Yeah, but it's the new Pokemon that make it really good.
That happens.
Yeah, so
They're there.
So I did have a big addiction to Pokemon Crystal. So
okay, yeah, go on. I should ask: you think this is
Call of Duty addiction?
This is kind of this could be a bad thing or a good thing, depending on how you go about it. If you're just sitting there for days and days, not eating, not sleeping, having piss bag after piss bag, pissing in mason jars, and then you just die one day because you just in dehydration and starvation.
There there was a game that I did play that did make me lose sleep. As in, I played it so long to where there was a night I just stayed up playing it. And it's a game called Game Dev Story. And if you guys want to play it, it's on the App Store for iOS and Android.
I've never heard of this game.
It's a simulation game. You take control of a person who runs a video game company, and then you just have them make certain games and try to experiment with what sells and what doesn't, and you just try to make the best game possible.
I see.
Yeah.
That game. Addicted.
Yeah. I was really addicted to where I didn't sleep for one night.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did that all the time, man. Come on.
Yeah, and then when it was like 6 in the morning where everybody was getting up for school, and I don't think I had school that time. But when everybody was getting up, I was wide awake.
Yeah, you're hooked. You're wired into the game.
Yeah, and then when my well, at the time it was I had an iPod. When that had to charge, I just charged it, and then I had to go to sleep because I was exhausted.
Why?
Not
Yeah.
happy.
Why? Your thumbs and your eyes are having a hard time.
My eyes were strained. My thumbs can take the abuse.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is
Also, talk about your Call of Duty addiction.
sure. Why not?
Don't have one. It makes you a bad person. It makes you angrier. There, done.
Yeah. He speaks from experience.
Yeah, because I did have not really so much of an addiction to Call. Well, actually, yeah, it is. Where whenever I had free time and whenever I was able to, I'd be playing every day.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that time where I'm kind of getting out of Call of Duty, where I'm looking for other games to play.
Well, you need money, Frank.
Well, no, I mean, I can always go through my older games.
Yeah. That's also an option. An option. Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah. So
Well,
what are your gaming addictions? Since the majority of this has been about me. Go
yeah,
ahead.
it's very damn personal.
I think this is
Addiction in video games. It's a bad thing sometimes when you
when you take it too far.
yeah, you gotta like sleep at some point. You gotta go eat at some point. You gotta drink water at some point. But for me, I don't think I would. My addiction to Pepsi would prevent me from um dehydrating
You gotta get the
and
piss bag.
pissing. I would need the piss bag. I would need like a big bubble of that just to fill up gallons of it.
Oh my god.
And maybe
Is-
I'll die from diabetes before I
is that a real thing?
what?
The piss bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
could you could rig up a bag,
I also heard of one where like you poop in your sock or something.
poop in your sock.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was like when you play a game for a long time, you just poop in your sock and like there, done. I was like,
This is
that's disgusting as fucking shit. What the hell?
what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these gamers?
I'd get the couch from The Simpsons, the one that has the toilet built in.
Yeah, the lazy man recliner.
Hell yeah, I'd use that to game. Hey, it's going somewhere. I mean, it's not just staying there. Hell.
No, just going into a bucket. That's all it's doing. It's not connected to any pipes.
I'd rig it to go and connect into pipes.
You gotta know plumbing.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't know any plumbing.
That's true.
You're a plumber like Mario.
Alright, well,
Aha! Good reference.
let's talk about your gaming addictions.
Yeah, like for me, I'm an older guy. I played games when in the golden age of the Super Nintendo and Genesis. But those are just they don't really get into this, and I'm like not a heavy reader. I was not a heavy reader back then. But it'd be fun just staying up playing Mortal Kombat and Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. A lot of the times those were always fun, but it was never just like then I get tired and go to sleep. But the first game I would say that really made me want to stay up and keep playing was like Command and Conquer on the N64, an RTS game, because like For me, it's like I know that some games are not always just like pick up and play. Like you get it, you have to take some time to understand what to do in the game. And once you understand the goal of the game, there you go. You can start having fun with it. And for me, when I just like, clicked in my head that you could build stuff in Command and Conquer, and I started understanding what you do in the game. It got really fun. Got
Hmm.
really fun, and I just that would be the first time I stayed up late and played the game. Don't know how long though. Pretty late in the night. Then go to
Oh
sleep.
wow.
Yeah, missing school and stuff. Yeah, RTS was
Oh man.
a big thing with me, and uh, uh just being addicted to staying up. Not so much anymore. The last game I had, I kind of Dragon Age Origins was one. Uh, yeah, that's the. I think that was a and Fallout Las Vegas where I would just do nothing but play that game every week an hour, just playing the game.
Yeah,
And
Fallout's a good game to play.
yeah, lost New Vegas, I should say. That was the game.
Yeah, I've never played that one. I have three.
Oh
Well,
yeah, that's terrible.
1, 2, and 3.
Good.
So
That's nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
got the first two from GOG. So when they were giving them out for free, so I got those two, and I got some kind of tactic one. I guess it's a spin-off title. I have yet to play them.
Clear damn games.
I will. I
Stop
will.
talking about them. Play them.
I will. Jeez, I'm just getting. I was barely finishing a game just recently.
About time.
Yeah, I can pass games.
Yeah, you could beat games.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I guess I did play Assassin's Creed 4 quite a bit when I got it, and like, whoa, look at this stuff. Yeah, that's the games are designed that way now. Where
Now
you could just play them day and night for maybe a week straight, doing nothing but play the game, then beat it. Some games
Now,
are like that.
I know of one game that we've both had an addiction to. I've actually had an addiction to it twice or three times actually. Minecraft.
Yes, that was also an addiction for a while.
Yeah, there were some times where you were just like you wouldn't really say much. You were just building.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, for I got it one last year in June,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a long time ago.
Offer a quest, which I should have never done that. I should have never mentioned it.
I played that for played that straight for a good week.
Yeah, but it was about a week. I mean, it was like the first day you were learning how to go through it and stuff, and then after that you were just building.
Yes. Um. So sorry. What?
It was like I guess like the first time we were both playing, you were learning how to play the game for a little bit, and then we just started building.
Took me a while to understand. Well, that didn't take me a while. Like, oh, okay, no, all right, I see what you got to do here. I learned
Yeah.
fast.
Well, I think the best way of learning is playing on the 360 because it has everything sorted out for you. And then if you ever decide to go play on PC, you can go and do that,
Yes, you
which
can.
we both played.
I was drinking a lot then.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, I mean, Morris's addiction. Morris stopped. Everybody else stopped. Nobody else plays it anymore. But if
I
Morris
haven't.
like, hey, let's play this game again, then everybody gets addicted to it again. Then when Morris stops playing, everybody else stops playing.
Well, I bought the version on 360, and then I bought my brother an account for himself. And the reason I don't buy my own is because I don't play long. I don't play enough to justify buying my own account.
Yes, you keep telling me this.
Yeah, well, it's something to mention. I
It's
mean,
like you're like a broken record or something.
well, sometimes it's good to be like. Okay, who am I kidding? That's annoying as fuck.
Yeah. Addiction to video games. You could share your stories in the comments or just drop a list on all these games. You're like, I played this game to hell. Oh, I guess then a 16-bit game that I was pretty addicted to was Super Mario RPG.
That was
I was
so
pretty
much
I was
fun.
pretty stuck with it, but I was pretty much just playing that, just waiting, playing that game right out until like I got a new got the N64, which I did
I,
in
re-
2009, 1997.
I remember when I was playing Super Mario RPG, I used to go all the way to what was the name of it? Marymore, which is where it has the chapel, so like the part where you stop Booster from marrying Princess Peach or
Okay,
Toadstool. Sorry, where you,
either or.
yeah, either or. Then after that, I was like, I had no idea what to do next. This was when I was first playing. I didn't know what to do
What
afterwards.
a
Like,
noob!
well, now I can go through the game easily. I
What a
mean,
noob!
my brother bought it. I was the first one to pass it.
What a noob!
Yeah, you're a noob. It's all noob.
I gotta see. But I had a strategy guy with me.
Yeah, no, I had to learn.
I
I
was,
had to learn how to play. I didn't have a strategy guide. The closest was like my oldest brother who knew how to play like every freaking game that we owned. Uh, it's not like that anymore. Okay, I'm done. I'm done derailing the podcast.
good job. Yeah. All right, next topic. Importance of making video game reviews within video games. Why is this important, Gaming Tank?
Well, for the obvious of knowing which games are worth buying, which games are worth experiencing, and which ones are not. But
How about when you do retro stuff, vintage stuff?
um, well, it's the same thing. I mean, you just bring these older games that that like we would bring these older games that we used to play when we were kids, and then we bring them to the newer generation, and kind of show them what we used to play and what we were really into at the time.
Yes, and also just to shed some light on some games that are not talked about too much,
Yeah,
that need to be talked up much about.
I mean, you see some individuals do like hidden gems videos, and they show you games that they're really cool. I mean, a lot of them are worth playing.
Yeah, they are worth playing, worth owning.
And you have angry nerds doing videos on games that suck.
Yeah, those are fun.
Not all of them you can agree with, and not all of them you can disagree with.
I agree with all of them.
I disagree with a certain Ninja Turtles video.
Yeah,
Yeah, that game does not really suck.
it does not, but it's for comic's sake.
Yeah, I know. It's entertaining, but I still think it's a good game.
It is. And also, it's more like it's media. This is media making video game reviews on the internet.
Yeah, well,
And also just saying what's going on. It's also it speaks to people and what's going on with what these people are doing with themselves
well,
during their
it
time.
also does bring up how things are now because reviewing games back then and reviewing games now it's really different because then it was just people making them for the sake of making them because they wanted to. Now it's some people who do this who do online videos for a living and who do online reviews for a living. They do it because they need to pay the bills. And then you have some shady tactics by some companies or websites that they advertise a game, and so that game's going to get a higher score. I won't say who, or I won't say what site, but just know that's a thing that is often looked at.
It is. It is. I was trying to say that this shows what we're doing with our time a lot of the time.
Yeah, a lot of time
like
it's a labor of love. I mean,
like see like
if you like a game so much to where you're willing to sit in front of a camera and talk about it for a couple minutes and just say how much you like the game and what you liked about it and the controls and stuff, then you know you're doing a good thing. I mean,
yeah,
some people could see it as a waste of time. I don't see it that way.
like for me to do these review videos, some people just look at the review video. Okay, that was nice, but some of the stuff's you gotta understand that the reviewer spent quite a bit of time looking at this game, playing this game, reviewing
Studying it,
studying it under a microscope,
learning to be one with it.
and then then he writes a review, then he makes a video, right? And there you go. It just shows what we do at our time. What is the big thing? And as YouTube tells us, we're doing a lot of stuff with video games.
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of besides all the dumb stuff happening on YouTube, that's pretty much the other half of YouTube. I like to think.
Yeah.
Like, there's two halves. Like there's Keycast and all the dumb stuff, all the stupid little short videos. Then there's video games.
Oh yeah. I'd
Oh,
like to
and there's
think that
also
makes up a
music as
big
well.
part. I'd like to think that takes up a big part of YouTube. I mean, if you search for a certain, uh, if you search for a certain video game and then you just go to new videos, there's a lot of freaking videos on that new game. Or there's a lot of people really wanting to get into YouTube, and it's not just video reviewing. I mean, I know this is where I'm getting into. It's like people doing gameplay videos. So
We're not getting into that.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'd like to think that
You're always just saying.
gaming is kind of taking up YouTube. It's the majority of it.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, you got your vloggers, you got your comedy
We're not getting into that.
channels, but there's a lot of gaming.
I know, but we're talking about reviews. But no, go ahead. What?
No, that was it. I just had to bring up the fact that gaming is huge on YouTube.
It is huge. It is huge. It's yeah. It's more. We're kind of like, for me as a gamer. I could see. We're just trying to shed light on these games. Kind of preserve them. Kind of yeah. Just talk about
Yep.
them.
Oh, and preserving does not mean taking a hammer and smacking a game with it.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Shaq Fu.
Yeah. People
I
don't
have
like
a
that
copy,
game.
and it's never going to get hit by a hammer.
All right. Good. Nice of you to get that on record.
hmm Also, no one ever brings up the website that is out there to save copies of Shaq Fu. No one ever brings it up. They always bring up the one that's out there to destroy them.
What is the thing address?
I believe it's saveshaqfu dot either it's .com or .net. I don't remember.
All one word.
Yeah, just like go on Google, put save Shaq Fu. It should be the first thing you see.
There you go. There you go. That's nice.
Yeah, you got to preserve the games, not destroy them.
Yeah, preserve them. And all, yeah. Video games is a big part of YouTube, I like to think. More so than anything else.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Who knows? I mean, hell, we got a lot of competition going up against those cat videos.
Yeah, those cat videos kick our asses all the time.
Because those cats are so damn adorable.
Yeah, video game reviews. Yeah. It just shows us.
Video game review with cats.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
I bet it already exists.
That's Mr. GaminTank trying to be snarky. Not snarky. It's a word. Oh yeah, I was gonna with snarky, but for the lack of.
Lack of a better word.
Yeah, just trying to his comments. Video game importance of making these video game reviews. Yeah, just shows us what, like, for most reviewers, they're always gonna go back to their old stuff, what they played.
hmm
Like, you hardly see gamers going out of their element and reviewing other stuff that they have not quite part of their childhood.
Well, I've done it a few times.
I have quite a bit.
Yeah,
That's kind of my more successful area.
Yeah, I mean, you've been known to buy a new game, and then like a month later, you'd be making a review on it.
Yeah. I make sure, yeah, for me, it was always, hey, look at this game. Why is nobody talking about this game? And does anybody know about this game? It makes me happy when I make look at a very obscure game, and it got like 400, 300 views. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm making a difference.
Yeah, well, I said that when I made like when I had that little thing I have called scanners. Anybody ever seen my video on it? It's still up. When I was making that, I was looking on YouTube, and there were very little videos on it. There was like a commercial, somebody using one, but no one really talking about it. And even though I didn't really talk about it that well, because I was just barely starting, I still thought it was very good at the time. And it got over 4,000 views up to now. From like
Yeah.
from like 3 years ago to now, it's at 4,000 views.
Yeah, my
like
top 10
45
Sega Saturn games review
Oh, go
video
fuck
has
you and your Sega
9,000
Saturn games.
9,000 views.
Yeah,
19,000 views.
how you liking them easy views, Morris?
It's pretty good.
Okay, well,
What are you
expect
talking
my top
about?
five. Expect my top five to come sometime in this lifetime.
It's gonna kick your ass, Morris.
Yeah, it's gonna totally kick your ass. It's such a noob. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Well, it's not part of the topic, but top 10. We'll talk about top 10s a little bit here.
We can.
For me, it just like for people that are trying to look at consoles and they want to know what games are we getting for a console. Top 10 videos are the lists in any form are always good to look at. You just want to see what the general consensus on this console is and what games are to have.
Yeah.
And top 10s are kind of like, hey, look at this game. This game's pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of video games, a lot of video game reviews. If they're on a good game, sometimes they'll persuade you to go and buy that game. Like I saw a review on Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I was thinking about buying it for my PSP, but when I saw that I can get Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, get the original Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night all in that one disc,
Yes, I know. I have this game.
just go get it.
You don't need to tell me about this game. I have this game already.
Well, I'm just saying my experience with being
I got this
persuaded by
game.
I know, but I'm just
I
saying.
got this game.
Okay, calm down. Jeez.
Relax. I have this game. You didn't need to tell me. It has two other copies of the game within the game of other games that are in the same vein as that game. You know?
Yes. Jeez.
When are you gonna review that game, GaminTank?
When I figure out how to review PSP, when I can record PSP.
Well, you go buy a wire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
you can't do that.
Then I need.
You don't have the technology.
Actually, no. I can still do that. I have a TV for that.
Just put a camera in front of it. Do that way.
That's annoying. I don't have a stand.
Like, I'm retro. Ha ha ha.
I don't have a stand.
I'm gonna be holding it. I'm gonna be holding my camera with my knees and be playing it with my hands.
I actually
That's how
had
the
this.
video's gonna go. That's how it's gonna happen.
Actually, that was how I used to do things, where I would just record the TV or I would record the system that I'm playing on. I didn't do it anymore because it didn't look very good to me.
I made a review like that recently. I had the technology to make a proper review, but I did King of Fighters 98.
You got lazy about it.
EUGUAES and just put my camera to the TV, be like, hey, that's kind of it's lazy. You can say it's lazy, but it kind of speaks to the olden days.
Okay, well, it does both. I mean, now when people look at it, it's like, oh, that looks bad. Why the hell did you do that? Why didn't you just go buy a capture card? Why don't you go buy this thing? Why don't you go buy that thing and be all professional about it? It's like, no, it's not what we're trying to do. Who said we were trying to be professionals?
I'm just trying to have fun with the video, and
Yeah.
that was a very fun video to make.
I mean, hell, when I did the video for, oh shit, what was it called? Oh, my Sonic the Hedgehog that reset glitch video. You know what? I'm just gonna put the camera, face it towards the TV, and then just play it there and then show it. It was for two reasons. One, because I wanted to do that, and also for authenticity. Make sure that it was real.
Authenticity.
Is that a real word?
It is.
Okay.
I believe. It sounds legit to me. Don't hear other people saying authentic often, or authenticity.
It's okay. You'll get it eventually.
Authenticity.
Yeah. Well, when I did that, it was like, okay, I'll do that. Make a video on it. And that was it.
Yep. Yeah, just wanted to bring up this topic just because, yeah, we make reviews. We spend time playing these video games, and that's what we do with our time. That's what that's what the video means at the same time. It speaks to a bunch of other gamers that do the same as us, kinda.
So when you see and you notice that you wasted 2 decades with this crap.
It's like I spent, yeah.
Yeah, you've wasted 2 decades. I haven't. Not yet. And that'll probably be like 3 or 4 years from now.
Okay. Okay, relax.
Yeah, okay.
Last topic. Being a gamer in high school. How was this? Let's let Mr. GaminTank go with this. Go ahead.
Well, again, there's the easy thing. So many games, so little time. I didn't really play much when I was in high school. It was Pokemon, a
Oh, what a
little bit of,
surprise!
but it wasn't even that much. Like I'd play for a little bit and be done because I was always doing other things. At that time, I was more active. I wasn't really sitting inside and playing games all the time.
I kind of was. Kind of.
Yeah, and then because I couldn't sit down and play like an RPG because I didn't have the time to, I would play Call of Duty, and that's where my addiction came from.
Yeah, let's listen to this guy.
Yeah, it was
My
not a
addiction.
smart choice.
Ugh.
Wasn't a smart choice.
Ugh.
So aside from that, I didn't really game very much.
Yeah, me too as well. Like, and going into high school, it's like, okay, that's enough. And then nobody's gonna play video games in high school. Gotta throw that away and be like, gotta think about girls and stuff. Grow up a bit and not play video games all the damn time. For me, it was like, okay, I'm just gonna get the games that I play. I play very often. I'm not gonna just beat the game and just let it sit there and not play it anymore.
And just games
So,
that you can pick up really quick and then just play through it and then put it back
yeah,
down.
games that I just like to come back to all the time, day after day, for months and months and months.
This is why.
Mainly hockey.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was into sport, like because I was in sports, and then I was also into sports sports games.
Listen to Mr. Game thing. Oh, when I was my day, I played sports games. I was into sports and the time and played sports.
I'm like a walking Xbox One, except for football. That shit's boring as hell.
What? Don't alienate people except
Too bad.
Baseball fans.
I said I didn't say baseball, did I?
I think you did.
I said football.
Hey, don't alienate football fans. Texas will come after you.
Fuck them.
They're gonna start war and they're gonna
Fuck you guys.
they're gonna secede from the USA and make their own USA. They'll call it the true USA or something.
They might just stick with the name Texas.
It's like, hey, they have to do the United States of America. They have to do that. At the USA, they have to use that.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah, it was Call of Duty, Pokemon, NBA Live, I believe, and Halo. So that was it.
When I first put this topic down, it was more me just going on to say that me just starting high school, like, you gotta grow up, but you gotta put away these games and not play them all the time. That was my incentive to putting down this topic. But recently, recently, just looking at my Xbox, as I really didn't like that era of video games. I really didn't like the GameCube. I really didn't like the PlayStation 2. I really didn't like the Xbox all that much, because I felt all the good stuff that happened prior was gone. Nothing that didn't come with, that didn't follow suit, then follow the next generation, I should say. Like, where was there was Mario Sunshine, but that's not as good to me as Mario 64.
Yeah, that is the thing a lot of people do say. They do say that that game's not as good as 64.
Some people say that's the best Mario 3D platformer, but I would say, like, I played a shitload of Mario 64. What this game does is different. It looks nice and everything, but it's not Mario 64.
Yeah, I need to find a copy and actually play it. I have never played Mario Sunshine at all. So.
Yes. And Sonic, what happened to Sonic? Well, the Dreamcast tanked. That went down. No more. Well, Sonic had to go on GameCube, which I didn't. I was completely oblivious to. It didn't occur to me. Didn't affect me. Really didn't bother me.
I didn't know about that either until I got a GameCube, and then I saw Sonic Adventure DX, and I was like, wait, what? But we have that on Dreamcast. Why is it on GameCube?
Yeah.
So I was unaware of all that stuff that was happening, because this is around the time where not everybody had internet. Or not everybody had fast enough internet so they could load up the sites and notice. I didn't have internet at the time. And actually, no. When I got my GameCube, I didn't have internet at the time. So, keep going. Sorry about that.
Good job.
Hey,
Good
I
job.
had
Good job.
I
Good job. Good show.
I had to I had to
You had
catch
to, you had to
myself and
fucking derail the podcast, didn't you?
no, I had to correct what I was saying because
'Cause I'm an idiot.
the way I said it sounded like I didn't have internet in high school, which is a lie. I did have it. I just had to I had to be clear about that. Just keep going. Damn.
Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so like looking at even the PlayStation 2, where was Crash Bandicoot? Where was Spyro? Where was Blasto? Where was this guy Tamba? Where was all those fun things that were happening in the last generation?
Uh,
Saturn was pretty much just, hey, here's Nights into Dreams and Bug and yeah, football,
that was it.
Sega Sports. What happened to Rare? Rare was gone. There was no, there was not really Banjo-Kazooie didn't really make a jump to the next generation.
No, I made a jump to
Neither
360, but not
neither
Xbox.
Star Fox, but that happened later in the GameCube's life cycle.
Yeah, but it wasn't originally supposed to be a Star Fox game. It was supposed to be a different game.
It was, yeah, it was. This was to be this game with this girl. It was
Hmm.
supposed to be a 3D game, but they're like, oh, we got to throw in Star Fox. When you play the first little bit of that game, and it really doesn't have anything to do with Star Fox.
Yeah,
I looked at it.
yeah. Well, shit happens.
It does. They felt that the female protagonist wouldn't provoke enough good sales. You're kind of right.
Take a look at Metroid.
Yeah, the Metroid happened. I guess that
You
would be
take a look at your Metroid series. You say that a female protagonist cannot sell a game. You take a look at Metroid.
Yeah, it was high school. It was. Well, let's throw this out there. It was more. I didn't play much of the really mainstream games. I looked at a bunch of games that were off the beaten path, and they were really interesting. Like, let's throw some out there. Like Mobile Suit Gundam, Zionic Front, really good strategy game. That's well, not really a strategy game, tactical game.
Yeah,
Uh,
that would be a strategy game.
like I wouldn't have played Gran Turismo 3 or Ace Combat 3, this Gundam Zionic Front, or look at the original Xbox, and play games like, well, KOTOR, I could say, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, Fable, uh, GameCube, wouldn't have bothered with Wind Waker if I just did what I did.
Gotta be honest. Even though I do say I really like Wind Waker, I never really cared for it much when I saw the demo of it on the collector's disc. Like I saw it and I was like, oh,
Well,
okay,
it's really unassuming in the beginning. But then when you get into it, you're like, oh,
yeah.
this is quite fun.
Then I think I was playing Ocarina of Time on the collector's disc, so that was the game I was going to the most.
Collect what? What?
Yeah,
What is that?
and then what?
Collector's edition on a GameCube?
Yes.
Oh, you're a terror. You're just the worst person ever, aren't you?
What? You make it sound like it's a bad thing.
It is a bad thing.
Am I emulating the game onto a GameCube? Did I burn a disc?
Yeah?
Did I burn a disc that I didn't own?
Did I burn a disc on a disc made from baby dolphin? I don't know.
What the hell are you talking? You know,
Trying to make
don't.
that worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to say, like, I didn't, like, there was, it's like they just cut, like, Nintendo wasn't doing that great.
Yeah,
There
they
were just
ported,
Xbox, there was
4
Xbox
games.
and PlayStation 2.
Yeah, there was a lot of games that were better on the PS2. There were better games on the Xbox, but Nintendo had their share of great titles.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Even
only
though
good stuff were, like, Mario Sunshine,
Even
and
though everything's
Luigi's
like
Mansion,
sequels and ports, and then there's Luigi's Mansion.
Super Mario Bros., Super Smash Brothers Melee, the Metroid Prime series, that late Star Fox game that's not really a Star Fox game,
Yeah,
and I would say that's it. Of
Isn't
course,
there
there
like
would be the gems that are Rogue Squadron 2. Uh, what is that game? That one game. Eternal Darkness. Then there's Killer 7, I believe. That's an old grasshopper game. And that's all I could come to mind right now. I could say Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee.
yeah, I remember that stuff. Just renting a copy of Godzilla, like one of the Godzilla games, just renting it for GameCube.
Yeah,
Back when you can rent a video game without using that stupid GameFly bullshit.
yeah,
Yeah, where you had to actually get up, walk to a video store, and go and rent one.
totally, totally,
Yeah,
totally. I don't know.
it was bullshit. There was only one store, and renting a game cost $1.50 a
Yeah.
day. Now, that's the price you pay for it.
So what I'm trying to say is that they kind of just forgot everything. It's like they just forgot everything they did last generation. They just made everything new for this new generation, and it was like, what? I don't like any of this, but I still looked at the games and like, oh, this is pretty interesting.
Well,
Like
you
I
could
would,
do that. You could do that with Wii U if there were any games.
yeah, like I wouldn't have tried out Dragon Quest 8. I wouldn't have tried out those other. I wouldn't have played those games at all. Of course, there was Halo, Halo 2.
Yeah, Halo 2 was big then.
uh, Killzone, SOCOM, Navy SEALs, um, Max Payne,
Yeah.
the Grand Theft Auto series that really took off.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing Vice City and just
Ooh,
seeing that as the coolest thing ever. And then I saw San Andreas, and it just blew my mind when I saw it.
ooh, the black guy. Could play the black guy.
No, you
I
could
wanna be
play
a-
multiplayer, even
I
though
wanna
you
be
had
a
to go to
black
this one
guy.
area. You had to go to this one area to play multiplayer, which wasn't that bad. It was
That
cool.
was Mr. GaminTank. He's like, I'm a black guy.
Sure, why not? Why the hell not?
But yes, it just now like yeah, it was just a weird. It was not. I didn't really enjoy that generation. I didn't really enjoy video games in high school at all. Not that much.
And plus, with
But
the idea, plus with high school, there's usually a lot more you could do besides playing video games, like
yeah, like girls.
girls, playing a sport, joining a club,
Join a club.
just hang out with your friends.
Join a club.
I didn't do that.
Like, I'm gonna join.
I almost made my own at one time, but I never did that because we didn't get much support.
Yeah, I'll say this way: I did play, but I did have this. Just not even. This just play. I played me and some friends played Yu-Gi-Oh with a card game in our
Yeah.
class.
That was a big
Once
thing
or
for me and my
twice.
friends too.
I don't know once or twice. Every day, like, hey, we'll just play cards in the middle of class.
For us, in the middle of class, yeah, you guys were good students. For us, it would be like before school, or when we had free time during class, or at lunch, after school, when none of us had to go to practice for our
Nerds.
sports. Yeah, we played a lot of card games.
This is making me
A
sound
lot of
like
it
a
was
big
Yu-Gi-Oh.
nerd in high school.
Not kinda, because when I was
Nerds or gamers.
when I was in 12th grade, I was starting to get. That was actually when I started my YouTube channel, so I was learning more about games, and now I have all this useless knowledge that no one else knows,
I know more. Aha!
and I'm sure you do.
Like my dick is bigger. Yeah, why not? Like dick measuring contest. Here we go.
Too bad you'll never use it.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha. This joke.
Yes.
I don't know where this joke is going. All right.
And we'll just go into this topic. We'll talk about this quickly. We're going over an hour. Seriously, over an hour.
We're at an hour and 10. But then again, I started recording earlier, so I
Yeah.
don't know exactly how long
Yeah.
this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of you. Enough of you and your nonsense. Just putting this out there, it kind of goes with all this stuff we've been talking about today. Well, the channel, YouTube, in my time in high school, it just taught me that to look at games look at obscure games that are not mainstream, they don't get enough attention, that need to be looked at and cared for and talked up and give them respect they deserve. And like, hey, this was good about it. This is a good thing. Look at this thing. People should do this thing more often.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
just
well, now it's a few years later to the point where every possible obscure game that you want to talk about has already either been talked about or been shown. So there's not really much you
one,
can get
yeah,
into.
yeah, in one form or another. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But it's kind of all commercial right now, and nobody. You don't really have like this is like that's just big time corporation going on. Like if we're just doing this one private owner kind of doing these things, that's the real article that should be been happening. Like just like me and you kind of doing our thing and talking about really obscure stuff. And be like, hey, look at this thing. This is a really interesting game that didn't get enough sales. And it's
I don't
considered a
know.
failure, but it's really interesting. It's really cool.
Just like the entire world talked about Earthbound for a while.
Yeah.
Technically it was a failure when it released, but then it gained a following.
Now
So,
kids are calling it overrated.
well, I have yet to look at Earthbound, and the hell
Punch,
if I'm getting a
punch
Wii
these
U
kids.
version. The hell if I'm getting a Wii U version. I would like to get a copy of Earthbound.
I
Sit
would
down
not give a shit
and
if I got like a Wii U. Got it off the Virtual Console on the Wii U. That would not bother me.
well, I would because I don't have a Wii U. I have a Nintendo Wii, and I don't think I can buy it on there.
My friend, Mister Green Cape was gonna buy that for $200 loose.
Holy sweet.
He kicks himself, right? He kicks himself for not getting it to this day.
No, I can't tell whether that's a good deal or not.
It's not. It's too much for that game. That game is too pricey, too expensive. But for him, he's like, I want that game. Really,
Then,
man? I'm
then
willing
you
to spend that. I should have bought it when I was there. He keeps
then
saying.
you gotta also beware of counterfeits.
Yep. Yeah, you do. You do. That's another thing.
Yeah, like
That
somebody took like this one that I know of. It's a little Samson that has on the back of it. It's a 5 screw. And around when Little Samson was released, they stopped using the 5 screw for the back of the cartridge. And they went to a 3 screw that you need a security bit to undo it and open it.
Yes.
So there's a counterfeit game right there, and that's why collecting is tough to do for games like that.
I really want to get Gargoyle's Quest 2. Gargoyle's Quest 2 on the NES. Really want that game. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Don't worry, I'll get it and be like, hey, look at this game. Like my review, this is like one of my greatest, favoriteest video reviews I've done is Crystallis.
Super awesomest reviews. Yeah,
Yeah, Crystallis, just amazing.
it's fun.
That's the whole point of making video game reviews, is that review that I did. That's why.
You take a look at a game that you really liked,
And
and you're willing to
it
talk about
blows
it.
your freaking mind, like, whoa, like,
You
holy
make a video
shit.
on it.
Yes. Next episode will be, well, it's gonna be our super, we're gonna call it ultra mega super retro remix. Now we're just gonna call it ultra retro remix. It's gonna be all retro stuff, like well, we might talk about the PlayStation 2 era, but mainly PlayStation 1, 16-bit, 8-bit, and past.
Will there be
Below
news?
that. Yeah, there will be news. Of course, there's gonna be news, but it's gonna be all retro,
Okay.
super retro stuff happening that next episode.
Yep.
And this episode is done. I'm your host, Dark Morris, and my pal, Mr. Gaming Tank.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.